Right, welcome back to the channel. Bit of a different style today. So, might look at my notes a bit. But today I want to talk about you're not tired, you're just undisciplined. Alright, the big misconception there. So, like I said, you're not tired, you're undisciplined. You're not overwhelmed, you're unfocused, you're not drained, you're distracted, right? You're deep down, you're distracted. You're not actually just tired, you're distracted because your energy goes to everywhere else. We live in a culture that glorifies being burned out in a sense, but most men aren't burned out. They're just undisciplined and addicted to their comforts, right? Myself included. I'm here right there with you guys. So the myth of I'm tired, right? Let's break it down. The myth. So I used to say it all the time. I still say it quite a bit now, every now and then. I was like, oh, I'm tired at work, I'm tired at home, tired at the gym. But it wasn't a physical exhaustion. It was this mental chaos, this, all the poor choices stacking up every single day. Every day that I'd make crappy choices, it all builds up, right? Like, for example, you go to bed late. So I would go to bed at what? 12, 1, probably go to bed at that time. And then I'd be up 4 or 5 in the morning and, do it again. So I would be scrolling at night or whatever it is, do some kind of crappy activity. Massive one here is I drank coffee instead of water, which is in here. Is drink coffee instead of water. This is also a massive thing that kills your discipline in a sense, because before I'd go to bed, I'd have a cup of coffee, and then your sleep is just not great. You don't really have a deep sleep. You don't have a good sleep. You don't exercise or you don't move your body. You sit still a lot. You chase dopamine all day. That's not discipline. I did this one a lot as well. I used to sit on YouTube and Netflix and scrolling and all of that stuff. YouTube shorts. Quite all the time, daily, right? And so what you call being tired is often just the cost of avoiding structure in your life, or cost of avoiding that real structure. So you got the discipline loop, right? So when you wake up late, you skip your workout, right? We know I've done that. If I wake up late, I skip my workout because I don't have time to do it. I eat crap. It starts with that one small failure, and then it keeps building, right? And it starts, you start your day on social media, or you're entering this kind of negative loop, this negative feedback loop. So it's like low discipline equals low energy. Low energy then falls into poor decisions, and your poor decisions make more shame, and the more shame you have, the less discipline. So it's this loop that it goes. So low discipline equals low energy. Low energy equals poor discipline, or poor decisions, sorry. And then poor decisions equal more shame equal less discipline. And you just keep going around and around. So most men are living inside that loop, not because they're weak, but because no one ever taught them how to break it. No one ever showed them the awareness of this loop, right? And discipline isn't natural. Discipline doesn't come naturally to most people. There might be 1 or 2 odd people out there, but it's not natural. It's forged. No, I don't know. There is no one out there. It's all forged, right? You have to train your body and your mind to follow structure before it crumbles under the chaos, right? So the brutal truth here is a brutal truth. Life is hard either way. Life is hard whether you have discipline or whether you're undisciplined. Both ways are hard. It's hard to wake up at 5 a.m. but it's also hard working, waking up broke, should I say, and unhealthy and ashamed. Both are hard. Choose your heart. I've working on the waking up at 5 a.m. thing. I've always done that, but well, not always, but lately. I've woken up with the being broken, unhealthy, and ashamed, and the 5 a.m. one is better. You know, so pick your heart, because if you don't lead yourself with discipline, life will discipline you through failure, regret, and missed potential. It will keep schooling you on that. Let's put it that way. So, what to do instead, or what to start doing today, right? It's not a magic formula to fix this, but you can return back to the basics. So the basics I wrote down is set up a wake up time and follow it, right? Stop hitting the snooze button. That's your first L of the day. That's and the L stack and the W stack. So don't hit the snooze button. The second one is move your body daily, right? It doesn't have to be a massive, perfect workout. You don't have to go hard at it every day, but just move. Don't be soft. Go do some kind of stretches, some kind of warm-ups, and some physical movements, cardios, full body workouts. I would suggest the best would be three body workouts per week, and then some cardio in between. I think that would be pretty good. Then number 3 is fuel like a man and not a boy, right? Hydrate, eat clean, cut out the crap. You don't need that crap. Crap it out, cut it out, right? Number 4 is build a simple plan the night before. I struggle with this one. I'm still struggling with it. I don't keep up with this. I plan in the mornings mostly. I find I can do it, but I will say doing it the night before removes a lot of chaos in the morning. It's like instead of hitting snooze button, you know what you've got to do. So build a simple plan the night before. Clarity removes the chaos. So write down the 3 things you will do tomorrow. The non-negotiable 3 things you have to do, get done. Right? Not the non-negotiable. 3 things you have to get done the next day. And then the non-negotiables on top of that. Number 5. 5. Guard your inputs. Right? Which I think I spoke on the other one, is cut out the distractions, right? What you put in your mind comes out. So if garbage goes in, garbage is going to come out. If your inputs, right, are great inputs, you're going to have a great outcome eventually, right? So cut the doom scrolling, cut the mindless noise, focus on what you need to focus on, right? Get it done. You don't need a new life, you just need discipline, right? A lot of people are trying to reset to things like, no, just incorporate discipline in and start building from there. So most men, as I said, think that they're tired, myself included. I thought I was tired as hell. But really what it is you're just undisciplined, and the more you avoid the structure, right? Your soul craves structure in a sense. We thrive within a structured environment, right? The more structures we got in a sense, the more freedom we have. So the more you avoid it, the worse it gets. The worse you feel, the worse you're tired, your energy drops and you feel tired. So don't wait for the motivation, right? Don't wait to feel ready. You're not gonna feel ready. That's bullshit. That doesn't happen. Start today. One small win, one clean choice, one promise kept to yourself, right? Build on those. Get a W in the morning, make it easy. Don't hit the snooze button, that's one. Second one, make your bed, that's another W, right? Sorry, I had a bit of an interruption there, the call came through. So the man you want to be is built in the boring, disciplined moments. So as I was saying, it's built in the boring, disciplined moments, right? That you've been avoiding. That's the man there. The man you want to become, the man you want to build, the authentic person you want to be. He's in those moments, right? You just gotta grind into it, accept it, build that structure of him. thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.